This morning I'm with Brian and Michelle Coleman, esteemed citizens of Fairborn, Ohio. Guys, first of all, thanks for letting me have a bed and a pillow for a couple of nights.
Absolutely.
It's been a good
Warm?
thing to have. Yeah, warm. I appreciate it. And happy snow day, by the way.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's a good day. Happy first day of spring or second day of spring.
Break. So, guys, you and I came to know one another like so many other people. I mean, kind of tell me how we just kind of began to know one another.
I think Brian got to know you because I said, hey, you got to check out this guy on Facebook. There's this guy walking the Camino, and we were thinking about doing it, or?
We had already planned, we hadn't set a date yet.
Yeah.
But we were planning a Camino.
And you were posting some pictures, and I appreciated just how open you were about the experience. And it wasn't about gear, and it wasn't about food even. It was just about talking to people, and I felt the connection. And so I asked Brian to look you up, and then I think I Facebook messaged Steve and said, I know you don't know me, but
Yeah, I remember.
Can I be your friend? And then the next year, you and Dana went on Camino, which was so fantastic because
We hadn't seen, as we were watching, we hadn't seen many couples do it. And since we were planning to walk as a couple, we thought that was exciting to be able to watch another couple and see your challenges together as opposed to so many people that we watch just going
walking
on their own.
solo.
And then, of course, when we did our Camino in 2017, you followed us all the way along the way.
I think that's one of the great things about kind of the relationships as they do. I don't know if you guys do this, but since I was on the way the first time, I mean, there were so many people that were supporting me, and kind of cheering. I select two people in the spring and a couple of people in the fall that I feel like I can identify with, and cheer them and support them on, and cheer them to the end.
Well, and the great part is you were cheering on somebody that we had also met through APOC, Rick. And he was, walking with us for much of the way, and we were certainly in contact with him the entire trip, cheering each other along.
So you guys here in the Fairborn, Dayton area, I mean, you're both very active and you're both deeply involved in the education community. Tell me what you guys do.
So I'm a communication professor for Clark State Community College, and I head up our comm program, helping students get interested in engaging in the community and learning how to understand interpersonal communication, become better public speakers, understand mass media.
And I'm the vocal music director for the West Carrollton City Schools, where I teach middle school and high school choir, show choir, and musical theater.
And then we're also involved in Dayton Hikers, so we help those in the community get excited about the idea of hiking. We lead up a challenge every fall where people have the opportunity to hike every trail in every metro park in one season, which is
the Five Rivers Metro Park system.
How many miles?
We have about 120 miles worth of trails that we lead people through.
And I remember you guys sharing with me one time, tell me if I'm wrong, Dayton is considered to be like one of the outdoor capital of the world.
The outdoor adventure capital of the Midwest. We have about 120 miles worth of hiking trails, about 250 miles worth of contiguous bike trails, and river runs for kayaking, lakes that are part of the trail system and part of the Metro Park system for boating. It's really a great community.
Well, and the 10-year plan for the Metro Parks is probably the most extensive and impressive plan I've seen. We're looking at easily doubling the amount of trails that we have here in the next 10 years. I mean, in Ohio, you can bike from Cincinnati to Cleveland on a bike trail.
Right?
Yep. It's a pretty impressive hub to have as your home base.
Now, Brian, your work, you're about to get pretty busy, right? I mean, this is your intense time of year.
This is my very busy time of the year. As a musical director, the spring, we have our spring musical, which is a huge production. Hi, Pepe, say hi.
No.
Nope, he's done. So it's our spring musical production, which is a pretty big deal. Michelle helps out with that too. She's the producer, I'm the director. So we're about to have a very busy next month, in addition to the fact that we just bought a new house and we're moving next week.
And here I am, barging in at the last minute.
I mean, we don't have a dining room table for you, but we do have a bed and a couch, so.
I enjoyed eating on the box, right? Okay, so last question. When you guys were on the way in 17 last year,
17, yeah.
You were actually thinking about something, among other things, and you were actually studying something, and literally within hours of coming home, you became engaged in thinking about this purchase and this other thing. I don't even know how to describe it. Tell me.
I mean, it really is walk your own walk, right? Yep. Have your own Camino. And we certainly defined what our Camino looked like. And at the end of the long day, when you have nothing else that you want to do, you physically cannot move any longer, you want to just sit there and watch some TV. And so we watched YouTube videos.
We've always been really active campers, not as big of backpackers, which was the thing that really drew us to the Camino, was the fact that we didn't have to carry a tent and sleeping bags. So while we were walking, we decided, as much as we loved camping, we really loved having a bed at the end of the night every night. So we decided to start looking at travel trailers. And after our whole Camino, we were gone for 54 days total. We flew back into Columbus, and on our drive from Columbus back to Dayton, we stopped at an RV lot and almost bought an RV, and we actually did buy it 3 days later.
Well, we'd been watching YouTube videos like crazy, and so we knew exactly what type of RV we wanted. We wanted a travel trailer. We knew what some of the amenities that we had to have, and we just sat there, basically laying in bed, resting our legs, making our pros and cons list and our must-have list and can't live without. And yeah, we bought an RV.
So we bought our RV, which you always name an RV, and we named ours Casa del Camino. So it's the roadhouse.
And so you took it out on the road and broke that baby in pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, we've got 7,000 miles.
Probably
7,000 miles already on it in 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm going to pack it up here in a minute and head for Detroit City. And it's been, after all these months and a few years of visiting on Facebook or whatever, it's such a pleasure to meet you guys in person, and thanks for all your gracious hospitality and for the chauffeur work and for all those things. It's been such a pleasure to be with you guys.
We are very glad that you were able to come here, and we were home to host you. So.
Buen camino, my
Buen
friends.
camino.